Hello everyone, welcome back to Mordheim Madness Season 1. My name is Karond. We're here for the losers bracket of the playoff. We are here for the round 3 of the losers bracket, in fact, with Markuskein and Faro85 playing as Skaven and Mercenaries respectively on Noble's Quarters map 2. You see a little bit of the history here, and in fact let us bring up the playoff table as it stands. As you can see here, whoever wins in this game is going to face the winner between Slavier and Karond, and that's going to be a really interesting game as well. But for now, let's take a look at what this game could mean for these two players. So they are both Spanish players, and they have been practicing together for a very, very long time. I don't think they have played anyone as much as they have played each other. So they are very familiar with each other here, and Markuskein has been coaching Faro85 through the previous tournaments, and going up against the old master is going to be really exciting for Faro85. We'll see how well he can do here. Markuskein has not exactly played super well throughout the tournament, but neither has Faro85. So hopefully they can bring out their A game here. They have been showing us some neat tricks, but they need to show more if they want to go through. So without further ado, actually, let's just jump into the game and hope it's a good one. Good luck to both of the players. So here we are. It's a little bit of a difference here in the rating. Just 186 to Faro's advantage. More importantly, one warband is caught exploring buildings, while the other is divided up into 3 strike teams, and that's going to be really interesting to watch, I think. Alright, gonna skip ahead a little bit on parts of the deployment. So here we are, it's the very first turn, and as you saw earlier, Faro got to move a few units ahead of Markuskein. Faro85 is the one that is divided up. Markuskein is all gathered, spread out in the buildings. Yes, you're seeing it here on the mini-map. And I think you're all glad that you did miss the deployment here, since it was not that much to see. We haven't spotted a single one of Faro85's units here. We are following this from Markuskein's perspective, by the way, but I'm sure you've figured it out so far. And I think deployment took an unnecessarily long time, actually, since it seemed like Markuskein was AFK most of the time. So let's see what's going to happen here. We are a little bit familiar with Markuskein's setup, having seen that in the earlier game that he played against Uddava was the last time we saw him. And he's putting up the exact same team here, which is an Assassin Leader, a Doomweaver, 2 Black Skaven, and a Globadier. His objective here right now is going to be to find one of the groups as fast as possible of Faro85s. Kill them quickly and thus get a massive advantage here. So this is a big advantage to Markuskein. It's a bit unfortunate for Faro85. He would have hoped to get a better deployment, no doubt, but we'll see what can be done. Moving really, really far with that Assassin Leader. I wonder what the plan with that is. If there's something you do know, if you're unfamiliar with these kind of maps, and you're a newer player, and you don't know where the enemy is deploying, almost, yeah, I mean, that's part of every map, right? You always have at least one group deploying near the enemy wagon. So it seems like that's what Markuskein is going for, moving every single unit towards the opponent's wagon, and he probably has something behind him. I wouldn't do that. Don't do that. Don't deploy the Idol of Change. Oh god, no. Let's actually bring that up. Yeah, you deserve the overload. So it makes spells cheaper, etc. But the worst thing about Idol of Change is that it lights up on the minimap So Faro85 is very much sure where that Doom Weaver is right now. So he can see the general direction he's heading in. Oh no. And if he at some point walks into the Idol of Change, that will light up a Faro85 screen telling him that someone walked through the Idol of Change as well. So hopefully that's not going to happen here. I believe that's the case, at least I think you see it. Should be that only Markuskein sees whoever walks through the Idol of Change, but I do think that the enemy sees it as well, as it lights up as a sort of environmental background effect. Already seen one warrior as one of the heavy armored warriors. They haven't done really anything for Faro85. They're just there to take hits, and thus they can be relatively easily avoided, at least more easily than Markuskein's warp guards, who are basically the same role. And you can see that these two players have been feeding off each other for a long time. They built probably warbands to the same kind of tactics a little bit. We know that Faro85 is a little bit more shooty here, but their concept of what a good henchman is pretty much similar. Like 0 damage, just being able to take a lot of hits. And that works really fine if your opponent cannot disengage and focus on your other targets. Yeah, I think, I'm pretty sure that Faro85 actually sees this. So he knows that there are 2 units now. Let's see if I can change. At the very least he should know if he's paying attention. It's not like he sees them on the minimap, but when you walk through an area like this, it goes the same with poison clouds, and in some cases all bombs as well. It just lights up in the top right corner of your screen for the moment when you enter the area. Three units. He should know what's going to happen here. Faro85 should have a pretty good idea of where Markuskein is, and can he stop it? The heavy armored warrior is not that fast. Can he bring part of his team together? And where is... there's usually 2 groups that are closer to one another, and hopefully he can bring 2 of them together, but that's still not enough. He needs to bring the 3rd group somewhere, and it might be on the top level of this map. As soon as Faro85's turn is coming up here, we are skipping a little bit, unless a unit reveals itself, so you don't have to sit around and wait. Going to give you a picture here of the actual initiative ladder. So we had one unit just move and finish its turn, and then you see that there are 6 more units coming up for Faro85. So he has a big advantage in initiative, and hopefully he's starting to move his team together a little bit. I think we should start. Here's delayed someone here at 99, so you can see them. We did actually hear a sound. Let's stick around there. See if there's actually someone that shows up. When enemy, yeah, here he is. All right. When enemy units are moving near you, like behind the wall or something, you actually do hear them move. See the warlock here. Could he pull off a bit of damage before he moves away? That would have been great. Trying to find a spot here, Faro85. And he needs to be careful here because he doesn't want to expose himself too much either. He's running out of time. Should stay ending his turn, not doing anything. Not casting a spell, just trying to move. You can move the cursor here and see where that unit actually went. And the assassin could probably get to him, as well as both of Black Skaven. That is probably fatal for that warlock. Can't believe that Faro85 actually goes inwards to check. Like, yeah, he must not pay attention to the Idol of Change. Because normally you would see that. Anyway, nothing seems to be happening. We will jump ahead a little bit, see what happens further on. Yeah, what the hell. Let's just watch this instead. Maybe Faro85 is closer than we actually think. Maybe he is... I'm not sure I remember. I think there might be one unit of 3 just behind Markuskein's wagon on the top level. I think that's one of the possible spots. And I also think there is one in the... what would that be? A bit further to the left of the wagon behind some buildings. Could also be one of the spots. I'm gonna see. As Markuskein's turn is coming up here, he's no doubt going to check out a bit. But I can't believe that he's not checking the minimap. Like, an experienced player as Markuskein should really be checking the minimap to locate a few units that he has actually seen, the Warlock and the Warrior, and see exactly. And a third unit here, and we have an ambush. Alright. The captain is coming in, and very well. Lucky 53% chance of disengage here by Faro85. Okay. What does he want to do? You know, the only reason that you do disengage like this, because you have a lot of red pills left, is that if you want to use those red pills for something else. This is not a good tactic if you just run away. Just use all of your attack except one and then disengage. At least do some damage on the enemy. Yeah, but Faro85 is not doing. Yeah, I don't know. We're in the losers bracket here, so whoever loses here is going out of the tournament. But can these players realistically stand a chance against Slaver or Karond? Oh, we'll see. Faro85 is the underdog though, but it's not gonna help him to do these kind of moves early on. I really don't like them. Single oil bomb here. Moving in with... you could probably have killed him. That was the top squad, the one on the top level, and that means that at least 2 of his groups are joined up in the house here. Faro85 loves to gather up all of his team into a building. He's done that on numerous occasions. You know, there should be someone up there now. One unit that's a little bit further behind than the rest. Shouldn't there? Oh, you could actually shoot. If you almost get to fire. Unfortunate. There we go. Gonna see some... I didn't hide his arm quite well enough. So we get a shot. It's not going to do much damage with this, as you can see, but yeah, especially if he misses all the time. Wow, that's really, really lucky. Look at that, 11% chance, and you scored a critical hit and a stun. Oh la la. Yeah, and we're gonna see some Spanish here, no doubt. But wow, I have to say wow. That is lucky. It's tempting to reload here, but taking the safe path. Here we have one lucky assassin who probably could have been half dead by now. Oh, and here he is again. Getting hit by the warrior, and it doesn't look like he has a great chance of hitting that. He really wanted to get to the stunned warrior here. But yeah, I'm sure someone else can do it. They really wanted to. See Mastered Insult being used. Minus 20%. Fatality triggering, so it's a critical hit build. Unlucky. Unlucky again here. I was hoping for the 27% chance here doing a critical hit. Yeah, you might want to use a Talamus. Flee is alright as well. At least, fleeing in that direction. Oh, good lord. It's not something you can really help. I mean, yes, you're fleeing in the exact opposite direction of your opponent, and he did engage him in an angle here, but yeah, that assassin is going to have to watch out for a nasty warlock roaming about. And while I do think that Markuskein has the advantage here, not only due to experience, not only due to knowing Faro85's warband most likely, not just the deployment, and probably a little bit the warband itself. I think this is a decent start for Faro85, having this injured assassin out there and a little bit vulnerable here. Why did you go into the house? Why not go into the house? Like, you're visible from outside of the house and you can be targeted by the warlock. Alright, plenty of targets here now. Trying to find some units here. You should have been doing this earlier on, yes. See another ambush here triggering. Who is it this time? Another warrior. Oh, that's just perfect. If you remember the last game we had with Markuskein, he was so unlucky with this particular Doom. We were getting flare in almost every single turn, and the next game we do cast him, he gets flare instantly on Def Unkimo once again. It's just unbelievable how unlucky he is with that. Really unlucky. See Burning Blood being thrown here. Shouldn't bring that up. It was not successful, and they introduce on really nice open wounds on each of them, and a failure as well. Actually, Wow, another one. 2 open wounds on these characters. Yeah, they're gonna be useless in melee. Actually, because we have nothing else to do, let's bring up Burning Blood quickly and you can see what it actually does in case it does land at some point during this game. So it just does a bit of damage twice over, and the debuff damage is not affected by intelligence, it's not that much. But still, if you're under an Idol of Sense, then you are doing really high damage. One of the highest damage spells in the game. If you're under the Idol of Change, that is, because we would count high damage as dependent upon how many red pills each spell casts, or it wouldn't be fair. Just stealing here of 485's. No, he didn't actually steal it, did he? Yeah, he didn't actually steal it. Because it was already taken. Have we seen a character on one here that actually has the icon? Could it be Aldremis Leitner that has it? As soon as Markuskein goes to the minimap, we will actually see, because they will have a little cross right next to them, a little yellow cross, the mercenary symbol. Yeah, I don't see anyone of them just yet. Incidentally, if you look at the minimap, you can also look at the opponent's wagon, and if they lack that little cross for the mercenaries, oh, he blocked himself out. That means that you know that the idol is actually not there. You need to get to the stunned one, the stunned unit. You need to get to the stunned unit. There he is. You don't have a high chance of hitting him usually, so now it's the time to really pull some damage on him. Black Hunger, I agree to this. Good choice. He's doing as much damage as possible. Don't you have Adrenaline Rush or something? You could have done more damage, I think. Yeah, I think you could, because if he has Adrenaline Rush now, he could have used that instead of the extra charge. Yeah, he has. Yes. His Master Adrenaline Rush. Yeah, this is not worth it. I mean, it's nice finishing him off, but you know, 2 charges instead of why not just do, yeah, whatever. Have a first kill here then for Markuskein. Taking the lead a little bit predictably. Seems like it's Markuskein's game to win. He's leaving his units in all these kind of exposed positions. If Faro85 can just hold out here, I think he could do a lot of damage. We haven't seen really any of his heroes coming into effect, and Markuskein's heroes are just left exposed left and right. Trying to circle around here as well, or prevent people from circling around, but that Doomeaver is not that big of a concern, and if I was Faro85 I would never focus on him. I would focus on the assassin leader who went to the stairs and is half dead, and of course the Black Skaven that is up on the stairs as well. You know, you could have tied down this unit if you just went around a little bit and block him in against the wall, because he could disengage now and go after something else. Yeah. 33 damage for 30 damage. Decent trade. Finding that smuggler or warlock somewhere would have been really nice for Markuskein to tip the balance further into his favor. At least it's a fast and furious game here, no? And it seems like Faro85 has actually connected all of his units too. We have seen most of them, and that means that they are actually connected now when the units from the top level here came and joined in. Everyone else seems to have gone for the building where they're actually fighting right now. Gonna see what this champion can do. The warriors, who cares? Especially this warrior. Yeah, that's a good choice. Getting extra 30% magic resistance, coupled with your innate 41%. That's gonna be really, really helpful against the Doomweaver. And I wonder if Doomweaver is locked in too. It might be. Let me is up against the worst opponent that he can have. Let's see, can you actually lock him down against the wall here? That would have been perfect. No, don't go. No, yeah, I mean, yes, it's somewhat important to get at the black skin, but just lock in the Doomweaver here. It's a hero with a lot of magic resistance against a Doomweaver with 2 open wounds. It would be perfect to lock him down. Did they actually lock him down? I didn't see. Can't see anything. Oh, I hope he did, but it didn't seem like that, no? Yeah, whatever. Let's see what this champion can do here. It's time to start putting the hurt on the exposed units. Maybe he goes up the stairs towards the black Skaven that was so exposed. Can he do that? It's another marksman. And it's the marksman that shot the black Skaven, no? It must be. Yeah, it is. Doesn't have a great chance of hitting here, 68%. Can't you use a consumable Faro or something to put some more hurt in? Yeah. So not using the last red pill then, okay. Sander Uruson is not looking too good. He's about to fall down as well. No idea what that means. Maybe he thought he was in combat or something. It does bug out a little bit since when you're in a corner, anything can happen with this game, it seems like. Some of the combat areas don't properly connect and you start out with not being engaged to someone.
A new round has started.
Here should be the pain train for Faro85. If he needs to do damage now, and I hope that he goes with the Assassin Leader, because the Assassin Leader does not deserve to live. He needs to get the Assassin Leader, and he can probably get at the Black Skaven as well. That would be 2 main damage dealers taken out from Markuskein, and he needs to do that because he's about to lose another henchman here for Faro85. Oh wow. smugglers up here too. It's a real fort. Who does she expect to shoot at, and if she uses delay? Maybe this warlock will focus on the Black Skaven here, letting the assassin leader live then, since they are all gathered up in this place, and it's... Ah, that is interesting. I kinda like that. Curse of Rust, minus 40% armor, making sure that he will take much more damage from all of the shots. Very important and very nice spell. Doing the same here to the other Black Skaven, targeting his marksman. Oh, and maybe that means that he could shoot at that Black Skaven with his smuggler. That would have been interesting if he does. He has 2 red pills left. What does he want to do with them? Probably has too high of a curse chance now to want to do anything, right? This was just 18% on that lightning strike. Lightning strike is just basic damage. Yeah, let's bring it up. We're bored. Okay, you better shoot at the Black Skaven now. Doing around 50 damage, I would expect. Yep, more or less. Maybe use Adrenaline Rush for another attack. Doesn't really matter where you go anyway, because you know that Black Skaven, if he lives, is gonna hunt after you. Good choice. Let's see what the smuggler does. I hope she does an interesting choice. Maybe she can shoot at the same Black Skaven. Because I think the one that's hemmed in on the stairs against the champion, I don't think he can actually disengage. So he's sort of stuck there in a really poor position, and you don't have to shoot at him. Yeah, go out there. Very, very nice decision making of a Faro85. But we could see the scores evening up here shortly. I don't know why he delayed with the warlock though, but the warlock is coming up as well with 2 remaining pills. Doesn't have any more blue pills to reload, seems like, so we only get 2 shots. Time is running out. Okay, you could reload, but why not? Who are you shooting at? Why not? If you could reload, why not shoot at the Black Skaven, Faro? Or at least go into Overwatch, because this unit seems to be pretty much focused on killing the Black Skaven. I might be able to do that with Adrenaline Rush. It's just too unnecessary. You could just have shot him. Oh well. Evening out the score here, but clearly an advantage to Faro right now, since it's a hero down for Markuskein, and Faro85 has only lost a henchman for this trade. Very good. It's one of Markuskein's primary damage dealers. Is Black Skaven. Honorary mention to the Globadier though, we have seen the poison clouds doing damage over and over again, especially in the last game we saw with Markuskein against Uddavad. That was quite a bit to take in as both players just ran into the poison cloud over and over. Good choice, wow. This could be a really good choice, I like this. Tying down the assassin leader here against the wall, he cannot escape from this. Yeah, it's good. I like that he's not letting Markuskein get away this easily with the poorly placed assassin leader. Good choice to Adrenaline Rusher doing another attack. As opposed to the earlier champion who didn't use his last red pill against the Black Skaven. Okay, here comes the captain. What can he do? He's searching for units here. Has he found the Globadier? Is that the unit he's... Yeah, he has! Oh, wow! 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 I didn't realize that Markuskein placed him in such a... Whoa, this has really turned against Markuskein really quickly. He's done so many poor moves. You don't actually see much on the screen, and it's difficult to judge distances, but Markuskein should do that. He should be able to see which units can be reached or not. But he's just not using the minimap that much in this game, and it's really punishing him. Can you disengage from this, or are you stuck? Hey, you're stuck. You're stuck against a Web of Steel captain. That's the... don't attack. Good lord. Really don't attack. Like, you don't want to get free attacks here. Poison Cloud is all you have. Wow, how is Markuskein gonna turn this around? He needs to dislodge a lot of foes, but I don't know if the Doomweaver is free to go. We didn't actually see 485 disengaged and then reconnected and locked him down. I hope 485 locked him down. That's what he should have done. We don't know that, so he at least one damage dealer that can roam around a bit. Attack some kind of unit, even either... Oh! Come on, Markuskein, really? Really? You're doing that? You barely have a chance of hitting and you do no damage. And don't you dare take Adrenaline Rush and do another attack. Yeah. Okay. Wow, killed himself. Interesting. I didn't even recognize that was going to be the case. So you've lost a leader and a hero here. It's looking pretty grim for Markuskein. I thought he had a deployment advantage. He has the weapon advantage. He doesn't have the rating advantage, but you know, he knows a lot. Yeah, he's not, but he's still under the effect of flare here. A bit of a mistake, I think, for 485 to let him go. Like, why have a really tanky henchman that, on top of everything, has high magic resistance and a talisman on him? Why don't you lock him down? Like, it's a no-brainer. Of course you should lock him down. Yeah, don't target the right person. Check at least what kind of magic resistance they have before you cast a spell. It's not like you're succeeding with kind of the Burning Bloods, but at least check. Check the magic resistance. 24%, right, so it's at least a bit better. Succeeds as well. Okay, so What do you guys think? Is this a good choice by Markuskein? Like, he's stuck with that character on the staircase no matter what. And yes, he's surrounded now, but he will be stuck even if he kills that warrior. Shouldn't he try to help his Globadier get out or something? I was really unlucky, but that's what happens. Unlucky or unlucky, like if you never focus on all alone, that this is what's gonna happen, so. But that probably means the end for the Black Skaven as well. And with the Globadier tied down, I don't see Markuskein doing any damage. Like, Faro85 has played this really well. Like, what can you do? Markuskein has willingly gone into a tactic, just like Faro85, with having henchmen that do absolutely no damage. Like, really, like, look at this. He was just lucky with the parry roll. And are just very tanky, but they can't swing a battle around. They just have to hold up targets. And if you don't hold up targets, all of your damage dealers are dead or locked down and about to be dead, then you don't have much sway anymore in this game. And that's what we're seeing. That is what we're seeing. These warp guards are not doing him anything. Yes, they are extremely tanky, yes, and they are very difficult to get rid of, but lock down this unit at least. No, please not. At least he does that well. Like if you have a unit that is very tanky, doesn't do much damage, they should carry oil bombs. Because they do more damage with oil bombs with those two red pills than just doing a regular attack. I think these units might be dead here for Faro85, so you might lose this henchman as well. How many hit points does he have left? Remember, he used Adrenaline Rush to shoot at the Black Skaven that died, so he should... it looks like he's dead. It's gonna be 2-2 soon then. But it's two henchmen against a hero and a leader. Yeah, not much damage. He needed the Doomweaver to get there. Like, the Doomweaver is the only one that can really dislodge the captain before he does too much damage. And that didn't happen. I don't know what to say about that. You take 30 damage to deal 20 damage. It's fine, it's 30 damage on a henchman compared to a hero, but it was a bit of a gamble too. I don't think there's an automatic route. Well, yes, there might be out here in the back corridor, like right to the right of the champion carrying the banner here. You saw that he's the one carrying the banner or idol or icon or whatever you want to call it. See, there's a climb up point there. Yeah, he's found it. And from there he could go up and surprise the smuggler and the marksman. Of course, he blocked himself off now. I think Roland Trotsky could actually gotten up there. And now he can't. So what is he going to do? The two henchmen are about to die for 45. One warrior here, and I think that the marksman is already dead. As soon as it's that marksman's turn, which is coming up relatively soon. This is the thing I don't understand. Is he putting pressure on this particular guy that he needs him to die? He's not really the important guy. Like Gunther Metzer is not really important. So having a low chance of hitting and you're not doing 30 damage to him if you even do hit, and then taking adrenaline rush, you know, it's not a good call. That's all I'm gonna say. So the favorite in this game, Markuskein, it looks grim. Looks really grim. It looks very unfocused. Looks sloppy, but 485 is doing some good calls here, I think, and it seems to be winning him the game. Locking down damage wheels correctly, assessing here which units of Markuskein's are actually dangerous and which aren't. Oof, could have killed off the Blackskaven here. Alright. That goes up to 46. Does that go past anyone? I'm not sure it goes past too many of Markuskein's units. I'll have to wait and see. Yeah, we're gonna see the other Blackskaven here going down. Aren't we? Yep, we are. Further cementing a win here for 485. It's kind of surprising, but 485 has been doing well for himself, and you know, Markuskein is a part of the old guard. I think he's not played in too many tournaments now, but he has this weakness that he is extremely predictable, and I think it's the same for Talon. I think they do play way too similar all the time. Everyone knows what to expect. Even this time when they're switching, both of them,
a new
warbands that they haven't played before, they are playing copies of their old warbands. Like, this is a real copy of Markuskein's former warband. It's the same kind of equipment, it's the same kind of builds. It's just copy paste and hope that it works. And you're not playing to your warband's strength, you're not doing anything different, you're not trying new tactics. And if you're going to be that predictable, you're going to be picked apart as soon as you face anyone that has a decent warband and some tactical mind. Unfortunately, we don't have too many players that are really good at the game that comes into these tournaments. We have, for example, in this Mordheim Madness Season 1, we have mostly beginners actually. And I think that's the only reason why some of the players do go far. I think if some players faced good opposition on a regular basis, they would not be thought of as this kind of favorites. They would be exposed. Can Markuskein actually survive this? Another delay by 485. Yeah, the Warlock is gonna do damage. Might do the same tactic here with Curse of Rust again. You know, there are Idol of Changes all over the place. You know, if the Warlock goes into an Idol of Change, he also gets the reduction. Does he actually go in there? Oh wow, that's... Oh, Something is happening with the connection here. Okay, we just came back. Something. But why not, if you're throwing your stuff in there, why not go into an idle change, cast Curse of Rust for 1 red pillage, and then you can more effectively use, for example, 2 lightnings instead of just 1. Focusing on the Globadier here a little bit more and moving away pretty far. You know, Markuskein still has his idol in the wagon. The Warlock is very near it. He could just pick it up. This is what I mean. Like, if you had cast the first Curse of Frost, you could have had that as a lightning strike instead. Because you started right near idol of change. Did not happen. The smuggler's gonna go here, and then we're gonna see the marksman probably dying off right away. Unless he has 31 wounds. Ouch. There are only 2 heroes remaining for Markuskein here, so if he loses the Globadier, which is very likely, the Doomweaver is the only one that can take a route test, and his leadership is a maximum of 9. And remember, route test is leadership times 4, so that's 36% chance to pass a route test, and that's not too great. That's devious. I'm not sure if anyone is gonna exit from that spot, but white powder trap, very nice. Not sure why it's mastered, it's completely unnecessary, but there it is. Going to force a stun test. Have to try and step through that. And as predicted, Markuskein evens out there from the adrenaline rush. Lots of people killing themselves through adrenaline rush and extra damage here. Assassin leader on this one. Was there someone else who did that as well? Oh wow, yeah. That's really not what he wanted. 3% chance and 80% stun resistance check missed. That's really unlucky for Markuskein, and that's exactly what he does not want right now. 3 open wounds now on that poor Doomweaver. He's not gonna do any damage in melee. Thankfully he's not attacking anything. Oh yeah, the champion is coming in right after. Oh, this could be brutal. This could be the nail in the coffin for Markuskein. He can go in there, right? I think he can. Like, it's just to the left. Just go out to the left. Wow, he just ends his turn. Okay, maybe he couldn't. No, he does a delay. He does a delay. Alright. Some damage incoming here on the Curse of Rust over there. I could probably kill him here if he has adrenaline rush. Does he? Yeah, he does. We see another attack here. Is this the end? Yes, it is. Yeah, I don't think there's anything Markuskein can really do at this point, is there? Is under blinding light 2 now, so that's 5% casting chance reduced, and that's the only thing he cares about. Wasting a lot of time here. Yeah, wish he had the clarity on as he got stunned. Well, it's not that bad, like, you do hit a few foes here with... you could kill a unit here, that's also very important. But you could do that with the Spiteful Manifestation too. Okay, decides to... Ho! There's one wound left on Sander Urison, I believe his name is. That was that was not intentional. Trying to hide this character here. Yeah, he's almost dead though. Like the Warlock could just go down there and finish him off with 3 lightnings. Doesn't even need Curse of Rust at this point. Sad to see Markuskein leave the tournament in this fashion, but that's how it goes sometimes. I know he's been having some problems keeping up with motivation, and maybe we are seeing that here. Or maybe it is the predictability that Faro85 has latched onto. Who knows Markuskein better than any other player, I'm sure of. This should be the champion that, yeah, could go in after the Doomweaver here. It's not a bad choice to go after the Doomweaver. I guess he's thinking too much about that white powder trap. It's not that hard either. Yeah, I really wish that Markuskein had a hull bed or something in reserve for these guys that he could occasionally do damage. I mean, they do have some strength, at least. Like, look at this guy, he has at least 11 strength. Yeah, unfortunate here with Sander Urson. There's one wound left. Did he use Adrenaline Rush? He might have. So he might be, I think, the 3rd victim yet to go down due to Adrenaline Rush and or exhaustion. Yeah, realistically I don't see any way for Markuskein to crawl his way back into this. His Globadier is about to die and the Doomweaver is the only damaging unit he has left. He might not do too much damage with him either, he's half dead. He might be shot down here by the Warlock. This is what Faro85 wants though, but I like the zoning tool of the white power trap, I have to say. You can lock down this champion, that would be a decent choice, I think. Oh yeah, you could go up after smuggler as you plan to. But she's not up there anymore, is she? Let's see. Yeah, she jumped out. On fire. Yeah, he's dead. But yeah, I have to finish him off anyway. I'm fine. There we go. Score seems really close here, but do remember that it's really not. It's 3 henchmen that have died for Faro85, while Markuskein has lost quite a bit more, especially his leader and the 2 Black Skaven. As well as the Gladiator, of course. So there's still quite a bit of morale left. I feel like this particular warp guard is gonna get caught up here. He's gonna be fired upon by many things. Would love seem to see someone go after the Doomweaver here, because it's the last offensive power Markuskein has left. It's the only unit left that can take a route test, and if you kill that unit, it's minus 22 morale, and then you are really close to closing out the game. As well as, obviously, taking the idol would have been a good choice. Just to speed things up. Still 142 morale left, you know, so... Oh, I mean 42 morale left. So killing the Doomweaver means it's only 20, taking the idol means it's only 4, that means he needs to lose a warp guard. And then it's done. It's gonna be interesting to see if Faro85 gets to face Slavier, an opponent that he has defeated in the last tournament. He was a bit lucky though, it's with the map and everything, but he won that game against Slavier in the group stages. Or if he is maybe getting his revenge from the winner's bracket of this tournament, the winner's bracket round 1, when he faced Hidden Paw and lost 10-0. So either way, he's gonna face someone that he has known before. And I think he will find that fun no matter who he faces.
A new round has started.
I can't see the Doomweaver living through this. Can he? Like the Warlock can just go in and finish him. Oh wow, or even the, the marksman here. Adrenaline rush for a second shot. That was a bit unlucky. He's gonna get another shot here. It's definitely gonna cement him as dead. 46. Moving out. The Warlock is coming in. 3 lightnings, and then it's done. Please don't go in and cast Curse of Rust and stuff, like just go in and kill him. Alright, are we going to focus on this particular warp guard then? This is sort of a weakness to Faro85's play. I don't feel that he's adapting enough to the situation. He's just made his mind up, yeah, my Warlock is gonna go around and cast these things all the time. My adjunts are gonna do this all the time, regardless if it's the most efficient way to do it or not. Maybe I'm too critical. I would have seen him like to focus on the Doom Weaver, but maybe he has a plan. Maybe someone else will go in and shoot him. Maybe he has a decent amount of magic resistance, who knows. Probably has at least 20. We saw that the Doom Weaver had a helmet, so he can't have an amulet. Might be the smuggler that goes in and finishing the unit off. Oh, that's strange. That's a white consumable. Maximum you can use is blue, so would have preferred seeing that actually. Come on. Yes. Yes. Fire at the Doom Weaver. Finish Markuskein off, and this game will be done. One hit, 95% chance. Almost dead. One last shot. And there we go. All of the heroes and the leader is dead for Markuskein. None of his tanky warp guards are dead, as he's intended it to, but everything else that matters is dead. Congratulations to Faro85, and yeah, GG's. This I don't know. When Markuskein says that, I get the indication that he, yeah, if this unit die here, he's gonna automatically fail the route test. So no, he's not gonna sit it out. This is gonna end the game here. So congratulations to Faro85, and I hope you enjoyed the game. I will be seeing you in the next game. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.